Video, we are now going to be talking about the features of files we see every day. Now we are going to be talking about the features based on their appearance and their sizes. Now there are some files that are very small. The first one I'm going to be talking about is your Jpeg, or let me call it your picture files. Your picture files are always very small, but it actually depends on the device that made this picture. Sometimes for very good cameras, like maybe your Canon or your Xenox or the modern digital cameras, now they work with different level of pixels and their resolutions. So I'm going to be dealing with some right now. Now for JPEGs, that is the JPEG type of files. Let me show you that. Okay, these are some pictures that we are having right now. Now there are some times that the pictures are being affected by what? Their resolution. The resolution may be, when you check to the properties, you will check the details, discover that the resolutions are very big. You can see based on what? The numbers of dots per inch, or the width and the height on the particular windows or your particular screen. Let me put it like that, based on the size. Now the resolution actually affects the color properties of a particular graphic based on its sharpness, and its appearance. Now the bigger the resolution, the more powerful the graphic is. I believe you get what I'm actually saying right now. You see, this is the color depth of this particular one, which is 24, and look at the numbers of dots per inch and look at the resolution. If somebody tells you increase the resolution of your TV, meaning you want to see it to be sharper and a kind of bigger a little, well, it looks more sharper, it looks more brilliant. Let me call it brilliancy. Alright, now this can actually affect the size of your picture. Now if you are using a very big camera, like some of your digital picture for expert or professional photographers, discover that their files, a particular snapshot is going to be about 3-4 megabytes or even 15 megabytes just for a particular image. It's going to affect the size. Why? Because of the resolution. Some of them will be 3000 plus by 4000 plus. It depends on, so some of these picture files or image files are being affected by what? By their resolution based on the device used. So don't be surprised when you see your files very big. So you'll be surprised, why should a JPEG file be this big? It's not just a narrow picture. Don't be surprised. That is why I'm actually teaching you this. This is not supposed to be what I'm supposed to be saying now, but it is very important. Now also, the files like JPEG, bitmap, and other, which I already showed you, that are all their sizes may be very small based on maybe their dimensions, which is actually the resolutions might be very small. So they reduce the teeth, they reduce the quality, and the lesser what? The size. So it affects your videos too. Your videos are also affected based on the resolution, based on the video type. Now you can't compare. If I convert this of the same resolution to bitmap, it may become smaller, or to PNG, it may become smaller. You can see now. So these also are that of videos. Videos also have some principles you use to work with it when you go into conversion or how to manage video files when you are dealing with studio jobs. But you have to know the principle that guides. Now, the resolution of your particular device matters a lot, that you are actually taking this to. Also, the video file format also is also needed as an information to guide you on what your device actually takes, or the particular programs you have to actually open them. So that of JPEG has its own behavior, being that by the time you open it, it is a still image. That is its own character. It is still. So some file on images are still, while some of them are, look at this. Okay, this one we open in a network type. You can see that you are seeing it moving. Some of them are used on website. On website, this one may be still. While for a GIF, let's check the meaning of GIF. 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 Where are you, GIF? I'm trying to get it all right. Graphics interchange format image. Now, they use that one on website. Automatically, you see it moving, even inside your mobile phone. That doesn't even understand so much scripts. Now, it's a very simple format that you can actually make use of. So, now, you can see that one moving. Now, I want to actually tell you that every of it, this one is also an image, but what? With a different character. But videos are combination of different frames. That is why you see sometimes you tell you frames per. That means the numbers of still images per second. That's what we mean by frames per second. You can see that means we have 29 frames, still images per second that is going to show. So it's many number of still images make a particular video per second. That is what you see. So you can see, that's why you discover that by the time you pause your image, by the time you pause your video, you can take a snapshot. Anyway, that is just outside our region of subject. Okay, now what about audio files? You'll be surprised that your audio files have different formats, but you must be able to know what kind of program can actually associate with these default files that we deal with on everyday basis. The size of your audio are always affected based on the format that you use. An MP3 format is not like the WMV format. The WMV format are always very, very big. That is window WMV. That is for your video. Also, your WAV type, which is what I wanted to say initially, which is for your audio files, is actually a default format for every raw videos for Windows operating system. They are always very, very big. Imagine a 20 minutes audio that you record may amount to about 400 or 500 megabytes. Or let me just say for every minute for about 100 megabytes. Whereas by the time you convert it to MP3 file, you may have it to be as little as 20 kilobytes for a minute file, a minute audio. So the size of audios are also affected. So you can see how the formats actually affect the size and appearance of files on daily basis. And these are the kind of files that you see every day. You see them every day, you work with them every day, even online and everywhere. You can't do without them. You can see how they affect it now. So now we are going to the next video and see more on what we can do to this file, how we can interact with, how we can actually use them to interact with programs. You will discover that of program files are going to be different right now. That's what we are going to be trying out.